So the first topic today we're going to talk about is When They See Us, which is a new Netflix special, which is a TV show, 4-part, and it revolves around the case of the whole Central Park jogger case that was in 1989, where many black teenagers, young black teenagers, were accused of killing and raping, no, not killing, but like attacking and raping this jogger, which was a white woman. And yeah, this TV show, basically, this special was exploring that. And so I basically want to know like what you guys think of, how Netflix, displayed this series to the world.
I feel like it was powerful, innit? But at the same time, it's just like stuff like this that happens today as well. You know what I mean? Like when we see guys like Chris Brown, guys like Tupac, when they're accused of doing stuff that they never did. You know what I mean? But I feel like this, specifically on this show, it's just like it was just emotional. I like the way that they put us into like the mindsets of the people as well, innit? Because like obviously it just like, to make a film you can show dialogue and stuff like that, but like I feel as though the way that they had the scene with the trumpet and the scene where it is showing like they're getting taken away from their childhood into this like,
I like that scene with the trumpet in the middle of the street.
Like that artistic vibe when it's just like they're showing the mindset. But yeah, I thought of it. What do you think about it?
I'm actually yet to see the film. I haven't actually seen it.
I respect the honesty though. Like some people be like, "Yeah, man, I loved it."
I've not seen that. I just need to be honest. I've not seen it, but I do know the case. I know the case, and the thing is, the sad thing about it is, you guys have seen it. So, what did the woman say?
She said she couldn't remember. The jogger said she couldn't remember what happened. Yeah, but I just thought it was very well done, well made, well shot. Yeah. Just like even the actors they got to play the characters were just the real life people that were involved were just really good in terms of like showing what they went through. And I feel like it was really emotional, especially through the interrogation scenes in the first episode.
I feel like Asante, like the guy who played Kevin, the 14-year-old, he from episode 1 I was like, yo, this guy's gonna be a star. Because it's easy to cry, but like when you have that thing in your voice where it's like, yo, I want to go home, like
trust me, like you can hear his voice trembling, like he just really wanted to go home.
It was proper.
Like he really sold it, like really well, like I believed it when I was watching it. Yeah, like for real. So yeah, like big up to them on this one, because like got a lot of people talking, and as you said, like it's something that's going on today, these things, and hopefully this is a catalyst for change, and sparks a conversation where, things could be better, isn't it?
Sure, it definitely has sparked a conversation, because you hear about like Linda Farrestein, she's getting like sacked from her job and stuff like that. Her books aren't selling no more, stuff like that. They're being taken off the shelf because she was the one who basically got them arrested, because she was like the judge or whatever. No, she was the lawyer.
That's the lawyer front of the whole film, innit? Like,
the blonde lady.
Yeah, the blonde lady.
And it's just like obviously back then she could get away with like doing all of that stuff with no evidence, but now it's like, yo, you can't do stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, proper. It was proper.
Yeah, man. You got anything else to say about it?
Yeah, I just think that what's really fucked, is the years that they take away from you,
and they got a reward, they got like 41 million.
They got what? How much?
41 million.
41 million.
But I think it was split. So
split.
Yeah, split.
It doesn't
like
even
5
matter.
ways.
Yeah, but that's still like a lot of years of your life. Like no amount of money can like.
Exactly. No amount of money can bring that back. And the main person, the amount of years that they were in there, that's full trauma. That's full on trauma. That's like, imagine being a completely innocent person, like just getting arrested for 12 years and you ain't done nothing.
It was
absolutely nothing.
That's
15 years.
That's common. That was common back then, to do time that you didn't do.
Yeah, but then to think about the torture, everything like that. Like I think that the money, like
It's not worth it.
It isn't worth it. Like, it's the stat. Like the money that they owe them that money, like big time. That's they give.
I think it's just to keep them quiet.
Yeah, it's just to keep them quiet. Seriously, that's what it was.
But even him staying in there for like 15 years, I feel as though that was for a reason. Because like it's not like he got accused of like committing the rape. It's like he was just accused of like sexual assault and like grabbing the girl or whatever. However, it's a thing where he had to spend double the time. But he at the same time, it's a spoiler. So if you're watching, skip to like 20 seconds or so. But what's it called? But I feel as though the fact that he spent 15 in there and he was the one at the end. He was the one who met the rapist. It's like that's the thing where it's just like, yo, everything does happen for a reason.
Yeah.
Because like he shouldn't have even been in there for 8 years, let alone 15. I mean, and if they didn't find the person who actually did commit the crime, it's like they would have literally still been accused today of like RR, like those guys, they're the ones who actually did commit the crime.
Yeah.
But now people know that they didn't commit it. I mean, so
exactly, because that's that. The thing is with that, yeah, is that I'm pretty sure that their families were doubting them as well during that time, of course. So they got lucky.
You can see that in Raymond's story.
Yeah.
Therefore.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's actually it's fucked because you know that their family, they were losing family over that. It's not just prison time that they were getting. They also probably had no contact with their family. A lot of them probably believed it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
True.
Because obviously, even though you love someone, you know that they can still do wrong in it. So in the back of your head, you're probably thinking, yeah, it might be true. You see what I'm saying?
But then they also know how corrupt the police system
They also know how corrupt the system is. But even then,
anything, can it? Anything can
but
happen.
I think that the officers, they deserve. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna wrongly convict someone, yeah, you need to be. You can't do that. Like, you can't do your job that wrong. Like, you wrongly convict someone for such a long time.
They didn't just accuse them and it was all over and done with. It's just like they accused them, they beat them up, they did so many different things. And even when Corey was in prison, obviously it wasn't shown in the film that it's a thing where Corey got raped in real life. However, in real life, it's a thing where he did get raped in prison, not only by the prisoners but by the actual the officer at the end. Because remember that officer who basically says, "Oh, do you think you can do anything for me?" Like when he's giving them like cookies and sweets and stuff like that, it's like that's supposed to be representing sex. Because Ava put that in a tweet, basically replying to someone on Twitter, and it's like seeing stuff like that. It's just like it makes you feel the story more a little bit. Just like, yo, he really went through it. They all really went through it.
Like,
like that.
No amount of money in the world is gonna get the fact that you've been raped out of your head.
And you know what really got me? It's the fact that he wasn't, obviously him being a black male, that's sad enough. Him being a male, that's sad enough. But him being a disabled black male in the late 80s, it's like, because he had problems with his speech and he couldn't really read like that. And somebody so vulnerable is being put in prison. It's just like, for rape, when you know that he's going to get abused everywhere he goes, it's just sad. But that's just what it is. For real.
I think the officers need to be punished, but they shouldn't be punished. Like, when you do when you do your job wrong like that, as an officer, you need to get that same time and that same treatment. Like, you can't just, how can you just get that's what I'm saying.
For real, fam.
Yeah, man, the whole system's just corrupt, fam. Like,
because the thing is, I could still imagine a similar thing to happen today. I don't think we're exempt from that now. I don't think that it's completely gone. I think that I can still see a similar thing happening in today's world still. I can still see it happening.
It's happened a lot of times. Like literally. Like, I feel as though if you accuse somebody, like if a female or a male accuses somebody of sexual assault and they didn't actually commit the crime, like that person should go to prison for a certain amount of time, whether that's even if that's only a month or like 6 months. They should see that, like, yo, this is what you're about to put somebody else through, and it's not really right, but that's just the way it is. But stories like this
should be standard.
For real, but stories like this need to be told.
It's like, and it's also there was like a pivotal point in their life. Like they were just kids, remember, as well. Like it wasn't even that they were adults; they were still kids, like 14, going through school. So they kind of had to spend the rest of their childhood in prison, in it. So yeah, that's crazy as well.
For real.
You know what I mean? Like the fact that they were not only wrongly being interrogated, but without their parents there as well.
For real.
Like that's just.
It just fear, like it just shows the fear of being a black man in that time and in this time. Because like even now, I feel as though, because obviously back then, like black men were perceived a certain type of way, but even now we're perceived a certain type of way. Like literally, if I go outside now and it's raining and I'm in like a dark area or in like a suburban area, like I second guess putting on my hood or something like that because I may come off as a criminal. So why should I have to think about somebody else's feelings when I'm the one in the cold and it's raining on me, but I'm thinking about somebody else who might not even be around me? So I feel as though that thought is always interjected into all of our minds, just like growing up, you know, like that, just growing up.
Yeah, like even it's a bit of a sidetrack though. There's even like I feel like uncles, especially. I think uncles is like.
I love uncles.
No, uncles is like one of the worst because I think like uncles racially stereotype more than like even like white like security guards, for example, because like I feel like it's always them that's like kind of pushing this agenda that you know, black youths are like doing bad things, but really and truly I feel like they're the bad ones for kind of just like, you know, pushing this stereotype in it. So like, for example, they'll be following around the shop more than a white security guard. And there's a thing in it. So I feel like, I don't know why, but like it's a problem from within. You know, mainly in it.
Because we're starting to believe ourselves.
Yeah.
So.
For real.
Yeah, because you even see it like even throughout time, innit? You can even look at like black policemen and stuff like that. Like they're even going against us just because they're in a uniform and so it's crazy, man.
It's been that way.
Yeah. We actually applied for one of the roles. For Yusuf. So
I applied for Yusuf. And like I almost got casted for it because I must have sent my can I check the gallery? Like I must have almost got casted for it because I sent the monologue to like Ava and Yusuf Salam, and Yusuf Salam hit me back and he was just saying.
So wait, Ava is the director and the.
I just want to show the camera so they don't think I'm just chatting west.
No. If you screenshot it to me and send it to me, I can put it onto the actual video.
Definitely. So wait, let me just read what he said in it.
Oh yeah, go on.
So he was just saying. So I sent him like a duologue, and which is basically when you're acting with like 2 or 3 other people. But I kind of messed up because they basically sent me a scene and. A scene with like 3 or 4 other people was the scene with Corey when Yusuf gets picked up by the police at first, and Yusuf was just saying that it's good to meet you and thanks for your submission, and he just said that you captured me in a great way. It would be great if you got the part, and I'm glad that this is finally being told in such a profound way. And I just respect him for getting back to me because this was 2018, and he was still respected in the black community. Because after something like this happens to you, you don't just go home and then live your normal life and everything's fine. It's like you want it to stop happening to other people, you know. So he was at the time he was making a lot of positive music in the community, and I just respect him for that.
Yeah. Like, how did you find the role? Like,
how did I find it? I can't remember specifically, but I remember it was either on Mandy. I think it was on Mandy.com, which is an acting website, where I just like I auditioned for it, and then they got back to me with the script of that scenes. But like I swear to you now, like I messed up because when you're doing like a self-tape, if it says that you have to act with another person, please just act with another person. Because I thought I was the guy, and I was just trying to do 5 different accents. just jumping around the room, just trying to do like 5 different characters and stuff like that. And sometimes that can seem a bit like over the top or like a bit too big-headed or cocky. So sometimes just like if you're going for that specific character, even if that character doesn't have the amount of lines that you want, or it's not showing whatever, it's just like, just show them what you can do through that. Because sometimes even in one word you can capture emotion better than like 100 words, you know what I mean? For real.
What's your name? Only ID I got is my bus pass. 16? Yeah, actually, I'm 15. You graduating next year, and you telling me that you 15. You should skip 2 grades. Yeah, I actually changed the birthday on there trying to impress some girls. We gonna go with 16. I'm calling mom. Don't call her, Sharif. What's your name? Corey Wise. I checked. He's not on the list. Hey, you want to follow your buddy downtown? We'll be right back. Your mom would never forgive me if I didn't go follow baby boy.